got our number 1 and our number 2. Maybe a little bit of a debate for one of the spots.
Maybe. I'm sure somebody will go, well, actually, I'm the one on the microphone. I get to make the picks. Furia, MIBR are my predictions for this one. They're currently the top 2 in the region. I feel like I really wanted to give a nod, either to Secret or Amethyst, but every time I watch them in the big games, I just don't see it. There's not that spark. There's not teams that really rise up to the occasion for me. So I just don't see them being able to overcome what is already obviously a very small points deficit, but it's not going to get easier for them. So I've gone boring. I've gone for the top 2 currently in the region. I get the feeling I'm not going to be the only one.
Any objections to this?
No. I think I would still put Team Secret in there. I know they haven't looked good yet.
They keep losing. They keep losing.
They do keep losing. I think they'll figure it out at some point.
Name value or performance that you're going
to. I think they figure it out. I think they figure it out.
Okay. Well, let's give it. Okay, CJ, I'm going to typecast you again here. Give us OCE.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to go wildcard. Speaking of boring, I'm right there. I could have gone a little bit adventurous and gone with Team Power, considering they did win that first Open. They look fantastic. They took down wildcard in stunning fashion, but we've seen it before.
I got fucking flashbang.
Wildcard team, who were formerly Team Power, they do start a little slow in the season, so I'm not going to just completely write them off. They would have had a lovely break. They also had FIFA E as well, representing Australia. They looked pretty good.
Watch
there,
party.
So I think they'll be our sole representative at the World Champs.
And I mean, Wildcard's a top 5 team in the world, so I can't argue against that.
Yeah.
You know, they finished top 5, so hey.
Tell them.
Cool. Yeah, nods all across the board here. Gibbs, you've been off for a while. You're probably a little rusty. I'll give you the easy one here. Give us Mina.
All right, Mina, we know it's 2 teams. It's Twisted Minds and Falcons, but I'm going to flip the order. I think everyone is going crazy about the first Open result. Falcons and Drali will figure this out at some point. They still haven't figured it out in Open 2. Went to Game 7 versus R8, but they won it. Today, they will very likely play again at some point, but I think by the end of the season, Falcons will figure it out and get that number 1 seed.
He's disrespecting my go. He's disrespecting my go. How dare he?
I'd like to debate that more, but we're getting closer to kickoff here. So we got 2 more regions to get through. I need you guys to work together to pick this one out here. So work fast, get the brains together. North America.
Okay.
How are we feeling about this region, Gibbs?
So I'm going to throw something out there. I don't want to hear CJ for 5 minutes argue for Shopify Rebellion Shogun. I say we give him a layup. I feel like we give him a layup and we give him that number 1 seed.
You give him number 1. Yeah, you look like you've got something you want to say.
Mute him. I love it. I just think it makes sense. You know, let's just go off the points right now. Let's leave NRG out as well. Let's get crazy with it.
No, let's not do that.
Okay.
So surely NRG's number 2 then, right? Like there's... yeah, okay. Yeah. You're going to make a lot of people mad here, I think. But, okay, who's rocking in third then?
You got to go SG. Oh, they look so good.
They do.
They lost to KC. Oh wow, that happened. Guess what? I've got to go SG on number 4.
What
number 4 spot. Who wants it?
Oh, this is RLCS mainstream, open to Europe.
It's Rise. Sure. He is going to make it to the World Championship.
Yeah, you're right. Can't debate it because we're out of time. We got to get.
I managed to finally catch one of the streams live.
I think you're probably going to make some people mad about this one, but
guess what, chat? You ain't got time to debate it. You've got to accept it. Let's go.
That's fair enough. Okay, EU. They've got 5 slots here. I'm putting Casey right at the top.
No,
right?
what Casey?
I'll go second. We would have Vitality second. Will they keep pushing up? Let's go Vitality.
I like Vitality second. I do like.
I like Vitality second. Gentlemen.
I like Vitality second.
Let's just go all friends.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Then I think you need Jack in there somewhere. I think you need apparently Jack. He always shows up.
Ninjas in pajamas first.
Hope you're doing good this morning.
All right.
Absolutely.
Everybody.
Ninjas in pajamas, and then.
No, I'm going ninjas in pajamas.
But GK is still there.
Yeah. Okay. So Casey, Vit, Gentlemates, ninjas in pajamas, GK.
Okay. Ninjas 3, but that's okay.
Friendship.
Screenshot this graphic and show it to us at the World Championship and see how wrong we were.
Yeah, chat. Give us a rating right now out of 10. How do we do? 1 being awful, it's all going to be wrong. 10 being you guys are geniuses. Let us know right now. But we're going to move on. We have to start getting into it. If you want to watch from a different perspective, make sure you head over to the crowd cam that's going on here. It's the way sports are supposed to be watched, right? You know, from the sidelines. Now, have them both up. They both offer a great perspective. You can get a better view of the plays that are developing and how rotations are going on. So hop on over to twitch.tv/RL Esports to get that perspective. I like to have it up on that second monitor as well. And of course, you want to know what they're fighting for. Points are very important for these guys. A little bit of money in the pocket, too. 21K for a first place there and 15 points. That'll be the biggest thing the teams are looking for to steal
that
away
much
here.
money?
More points you get,
Fuck.
especially with that 5th spot. You're going to want to
I
get as many as
wish.
you can this weekend. And
I wish I was good enough to be able to play and
screenshot this one as well in case
fucking
you,
do this type of
forget
shit.
what order things are going to go in, or maybe you might have to. I don't know if we have that right now. But, oh, there, we got it. Nice. This is the bracket. You know how a bracket works. Just start winning. Get on through it. If you want to know the order that we're playing it in, it's pretty simple. We're going to start down in that lower bracket, round number 1, and then move our way on to the other lower bracket with K-Corp and Manchester City, and then move on to the other 2 matches in uppers. 4 matches today, 4 best 7s, and we'll see how they go. So make sure you lock in and get ready for some Rocket League. It's Ninjas in Pajamas versus WIP. Nip and Whip up first. And this is going to be a hard one. CJ, I mean, we got a couple familiar faces. Day Shift, Rocket, I think his first time placing this high here. So they got a big task in front of them.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one to cast. Nip and Whip. What a great first matchup. We've got a 2026 EU RLCS, ladies and gents. But Ninjas in Pajamas, I think they've been looking absolutely fantastic. What a hiccup they had in the first qualifier of Open 1. But since then, haven't really put a foot wrong. Looked great, I thought, at the kickoff LAN. I think this team's gelling well. And Gibbs, I'd say it's a pretty good first matchup for him.
I would say you're completely wrong there. I am actually worried about Ninjas in Pajamas because they've had many hiccups. Because let's not forget the kickoff LAN gauntlet. They got swept by Redacted. Like, they've had moments where Ninjas in Pajamas have been inconsistent, and that is an issue. They were inconsistent yesterday as well. Sure, their peak is #1 in Europe. They almost took down K-Corp in that first grand finals, but their floor is relatively low. So if WIP can make something happen early here, I think there's a chance. But for these guys, these young kids coming out, they've been around in the RLCS for a long time. Compact. The last season, 4 main events, no top 8s. 2024, 3 9th place finishes. Then you got Day Shift. Last season, 4 times, 2-2 in Swiss. Didn't make any of those main events. And then Matt, he was on Money ATM last season, 3 9th place finishes. They've been so close so many times to their goal. Finally here in the
Honestly,
top
I haven't
8,
seen
what
these
makes
2
Magic
teams go
happen.
up against each other, or like seen these 2 teams in general play. So honestly, I have no pick. But if I were to guess, honestly, I'd think Whip.
Yeah, CRR is just like, he's just getting better and better. Every single region he goes to, he just brings something new back with him. But yeah, this is an important one. They do not want to get dragged down into this battle for the 5th spot, because
Who do you think is going to win?
them can still gain positions. They want to just, leave that down. Leave that for the Man Cities. Leave that for GK. Do not get dragged into that whirlpool because it's going to be very difficult to get out of. Reminder for everybody, lose this one, you're out.
Yeah, to win. That's why I said overall, your best bet in a bracket like this is just win. I mean, you don't want to be giving up. Even if you're in that bracket losing.
We're gonna go from like watching this to then whenever I get to like start playing myself, and you're just gonna see I'm shit at the game. It's Nip, Ninjas in Pajamas, and Whip.
Definitely is going to be favored to one team over the other. Ninjas in Pajamas, they've got that poise. Gibbs, they've got that experience that the WIP is just not going to have in this. I'm excited
Nip
to see what they bring.
and
but
Whip
yeah, and IPS
are the 2
They
going up.
absolutely are. I think these first games will be telling because, yes, like Ninjas in Pajamas, they've been inconsistent, but we know that they can ball. While work in progress over here, they're a work in progress, and this is their first main event match. There's going to be a lot of nerves on the line. So games 1 and 2, I think, incredibly important for work in progress or Whip.
I have the exact same chair as that dude.
They need to at least win one of these because if they go down 2-0, it is completely over.
Yeah,
It's all about the gaming chair, man. All about the gaming chair.
I can look for here is you guys
Gives you
get
extra
the,
skill.
Fan vote going on. Hashtag NIP or hashtag WIP. But maybe they lie. Ninjas and Pajamas.
Whip's gonna win.
Coming into this weekend, maybe that's. I don't know. I'm looking for something here.
Yeah, I think
We'll
you
see.
talk to Gibbs if you're looking for something like that, because I'm very confident in the Ninjas in Pajamas in this best of 7 first playoff match of Open 2, and I think this team is fantastic. Top 2 from the first Open. You're looking at the redacted chant on the kickoff Sunday. Look, maybe they don't care about the 5th spot for Europe. Maybe they just weren't quite ready for that kickoff gauntlet, and they were happy just with their points that they'd accrued on the Friday. So I think they're looking pretty good, looking pretty strong. LBP will have them locked in as well. Shout out to the coach of the Ninjas.
Now, all I'm saying though, like really quick, is
My ADHD had
like
kicked in whenever I saw the share for some fucking reason. Thanks for the sub, by the way.
2-3 as well. Ninjas in Pajamas lost in Game 5 as well this week, so maybe everyone's counting whip.
Shit, earlier I was on Twitch watching the streamer Grump Nuggets.
We still got a minute.
I gifted him 6 subs,
Let's make the predictions dramatic here. I think
and he's a pretty cool dude.
We know
He was streaming Rocket League earlier. Australian streamer. He pretty cool. I posted something on the YouTube post trying to shout him out if it would do anything for him.
How this is a team with more experience, and I believe in that experience. We've seen it so many times over and over again. Work in progress. They're coming in with a lot at the back of their mind right now. I mean, like, this is the best. Gibbs just said they were placing. I really think that the hill's going to be a little too steep to climb, Gibbs.
I'll give them 2 games at least, work in progress. It is going to be too steep. I think Ninjas in Pajamas, they showed that they can be top 2 in Europe and could possibly be number 1 on any given day. I do think Ninjas wins, but I think they will be tested.
There we go. My headset's
Yeah,
pissing me off.
I have a part-time job hating on NLP, and I can't see any way that they lose this one. So I've got to go for the Ninjas in Pajamas. I think that they are just a class above WIP. Yeah, 1 or 2 games I can agree with Gibbs, but this is not seeing Champions Field.
Yeah, you're in safe hands as well, because I have not made a wrong prediction on playoff Saturday. I'm 4 from 4 after the first Open, the only one. So I'm going to continue that right here. I'm going to go 8 for 8 on playoff Saturday. Leaf, welcome to the club.
Yeah, well, I don't think you can brag about that on this one. If this was like one that was like maybe you don't know what's going on, I don't know. I would have said, like, anyways, chat's with you. But I'm surprisingly not like heavily. I would have expected to see a much higher chat.
We only
Because I put up a good case,
like,
Leaf.
The big or like KC, Vitali, those sort of ones. I think. And I think
Should I look it up on Twitch?
Behind you as well.
Bring it up
Really
on
dragged you
Twitch.
up to
Here,
that
give me a
point.
second.
Hey, well, either way, Rocket League's ready. Why don't we get to that? Enough of us. Let's get into the game. Let's see which one of these teams is going to rock out on top. It's do or die. You lose, you're out of the European Open number 2. Ninjas in Pajamas versus Work in Progress.
Thank you very much, Leaf, and I am here. My name is Cole. I'm here with CJ, who you've just seen on the desk for that. Appreciate how you doing, mate. Game 1's brought to you by Progressive, and it's the whip. It rhymes. I love it.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. This could go anywhere, this cast, but it's great to see Ninjas in Pajamas. I'm liking the look of the team. I love the top 2 from the first Open. And we do get our first look at this compact mat day shift team. They're looking pretty happy on the player cams as well in the pre-game. So let's see if that.
Okay, I think bringing it up on Twitch would be better because this is delayed bad. So.
This team wanting to take something to Ninjas in Pajamas.
Oh, what did I do?
CJ is then back.
WIP, I'm not sure.
There we go.
I guess we didn't NIP want to be called NIP? I think they just got it, so we're just going to give them whip as well. It's just Compact is just dealing with something, trying to sort out his own.
He's looking pretty framey there in his player cam as well. So maybe it's.
Give me a quick second. What is going on with this shit?
Add to the nerves, right? You're the newer
There we
party
go.
here. They've got a
My
top
bad,
16
technical
rookie. They've got
difficulties.
players that haven't made it into this position in the tournament too often in their careers, and you think, right, let's just get into it. Let's start well, and suddenly you've got to lose all of that, all of that motivation in your mind. Take a break and then restart.
Yeah, and it's do or die right now. You're straight into the lower bracket. You're straight into the single elim stage of the playoffs. So it's not like you get that buffer or anything. The beauty of this is that it is a best of 7. So you get a few more games, I guess, to warm up. It's not your typical best of 5 or into the playoffs or into the final stages of this Open, but not the greatest start if you've got lag. because then even when you hop back in, you've got a little bit of placebo. You're kind of looking for it. You know what I mean? You're looking for reasons why you're not feeling good. And if this is already happening, it's not great signs for Compact.
Well, when we are back, when Compact does manage to restart his PC, we'll be starting at 5 minutes. So it's like the 20
one
or
of
so
their
seconds that we
PCs stopped
saw of wonderful Rocket League never even happened, which I'm disappointed by. I was enjoying those 25 seconds.
Yeah,
They were good.
I think
They were good.
the boys are laughing as well. We're seeing some vibes. Maybe it's not affecting WIP, as you can see. At least the teammates are pretty happy.
Now,
because
here's my
Compact is
question.
getting
I use a PS5 controller,
see that, yeah.
and I go
WIP
back and
pretty-
forth between
pretty
my
cruising,
Xbox
basically, the
controller
map,
when
just
playing
vibing
and my
at the moment,
PlayStation
feeling
PS5
good.
controller.
Owen's just
I also
been
have
on
a
his phone
PS4
the whole
controller I
time,
don't
so
use.
Don't know if he's got other.
Should I do
Yeah, well,
one stream
He's
where I
done that now,
use
Zoli. I mean, like, you
like,
know, he had so many
one
years
stream
he
where
was
I
the
go
up
back and
comer, but now
forth,
he
like,
is
so 5
very
matches with the
established in the
Xbox
Rocket League
controller
world.
and then
He's
5
like,
matches with the
fuck what's going on
PS4
on Twitter.
controller.
Let's see
to
what's
see
going
if
on there
it's
in
better
my
than the
world. He's
PS5
part of the
controller.
furniture now. Is Oli for the Netherlands and for now Ninja in Pajamas, which is good to see. But yeah, so these players are going to have to try and get themselves right back into it. Did you have a good Christmas in the meantime, CJ? Was it good?
Oh, yeah, fantastic holiday period. We're obviously in the better hemisphere. We're in summertime.
Hello there,
down
Shelley.
here, so
My day is going
enjoying-
good. I hope
enjoying
yours
the
is
great
too.
Weather. Give us a 1 in chat if you're in the better hemisphere. The one
I can't believe you're going now. You're so competitive that it's hemisphere versus hemisphere.
Hell yeah, let's
Country
do
v country isn't
hemisphere
enough.
versus Hemisphere 1v1 right now. Who's with me? I don't think I'll have many, considering the time of. Well,
Yeah,
well,
The
you'll be
only
quite
problem I
lucky.
have with
yeah,
this
maybe South
Xbox
America.
controller,
It's you and Yummy Cheese Man.
this
versus
is
the
paddles
world.
on the back because I accidentally hit them too many fucking times when playing, and it fucks me up.
We've got compact.
I love this controller because it has
I'm
the
honestly, there's so many
adjustable
people that are in this between the cameraman and
triggers
the,
on the back where I
observers
could
and stuff like
change
that.
how
I
much
get
I have to
lost
press it down
who's
for it to
where. There's
activate.
a lot of clan tags and a lot of names. I see myself in there. Looking grey.
But-
I see you. No, I could.
The only thing I wish
Mm.
this controller
I
did
think
not
that'd be a good
have
test,
was
a
these
really
side
good test
buttons.
on Matt. You know, can he deal?
Although I
with
could remap
someone
them
as good as
to-
Cool Cole coming in. You know.
Yeah,
If I can learn
to
to just use my ring fingers,
you
turn
are
these
in
into the
Ninjas in
air roll
Pajamas,
right, air roll
absolute
left,
fanboy
and then change these
extraordinaire.
to
So what are
something
you
else.
expecting from
I
this
could
team?
do
Because I
that.
feel like coming into the season, just give people a refresher. This team was formed, and I'd say the consensus was 4-5. You know, maybe sneaking into lands, maybe in that fourth team. Obviously, you had KC, you had Vitality, you had General Mates making waves, and they have exceeded expectations so far, which is why I get annoyed when Gibbs is still saying he doesn't believe in them and whatnot, because they have looked fantastic. They've got a top 2. They've beaten everyone but KC.
Game
and
7
I
as
think
well in that top 2
They're
as well,
making
so-
statements.
Yeah, exactly. They couldn't have come any closer to beating Carmine Corp in the EU side of the kickoff LAN. I think they'll be looking to a team like Dignitas from last season, who they formed. People expected them to finish top 5 or so, and they really worked their way into that top 2 before eventually usurping Team Vitality. Nip will be hoping to follow a similar trajectory in this Game 1, brought to you again
Okay, here
by
we go.
Progressive. There you go, Progressive, twice.
Yeah, maybe they'll want one more pause just to keep,
Yeah, exactly.
keep
Buy one,
the
get one
show
free.
rolling, keep the celebration going. The stonks are through the roof right now. But here we go. We are underway with our first matchup of the main broadcast here. EU Open 2.
Demo.
Who will be making their way to Boston. We got one more open to find out, but Ninjas in Pajamas want to build on that Open 1 form. Can Whip be the upset story? They've looked pretty good so far. Took down BSK, and they've got to defend because that's a wide open net. 1-0 to Ninjas.
Yeah, I mean, I did say before we had the restart that I really enjoyed the first 25 seconds. I doubt that WIP will have enjoyed that second 25 seconds as much, because within 18 of them, this time Ninja in Pajamas do manage to take the lead. There were shades of that before we had the restart, and this time they show their ruthlessness. And I agree with you, CJ, as well. I think their start to the season has been fantastic. This is a brand new trio. They're not going to be the best team in the world off the bat when you're coming up against teams like
Hello
Carmine
there.
Corp or
Welcome
Vitality
to the
that have
stream.
changed one. It always takes a little bit of time, but Ninja
Hope
in
your
Pajamas
morning
certainly
is
look like
going
they could
good,
be
or
that team that do
just day
ascend.
in general.
Yeah,
Different
I
time
love
zones
their
for
play
everybody.
style as well, and I just love the fact, obviously I'm biased, but I love the fact they picked up LBP as a coach. Obviously, for
Better
those who don't
hemisphere.
know, LBP, not a Rocket Leaguer, but an Aussie, more of a, well, he's got psychology, he's sports psych. things like that, and sport and exercise science. So certainly they're looking for more of the mental side, the off-pitch, the chemistry, cohesion, things like that. And I think when players and teams are looking for that kind of, the extra 5-10%, it's impressive to me. It's not just, it's purely gameplay. They know how important that side of it is.
But I will say that Matt and Dayshift, new as they are to this level of Rocket League, I've got my favourite car designs in this lobby, for sure. They are loud and bright and wonderful. And let's see what they can do with the ball as well. It's those two that are trying to tackle Oli, trying to put a little bit of pressure on Ninjas in Pyjamas, and Oli and Joreuz do just get in each other's way a little bit there defensively. So WIP starting to at least make them question themselves defensively. That's what I think they need to do. They have to not collapse now after conceding that early goal. Defending in moments like this, super important for WIP.
Yeah, they've had to hang on for now, but only had to make one save. Would you believe that NIP have twice as many saves as WIP after it just feels like the ball has been locked in this orange half? You can see Oli not letting up. Ninjas in Pyjamas wanting to get their second goal on the board. 2 minutes gone though, and you'd say for now WIP will be
Damn.
call it. That is an absolute own goal. That ball was not in, and he's helped it along its merry way.
Oh, that is tough. Yeah, Compact in the worst possible position, driving forwards. Ball hits his head and finds its way in the back of the net. Absolute disaster there for the Belgian, who has represented Belgium at FIFA E last year, of course.
Oh, my
He's got some
fucking
experience
workout
of his
from
very own,
yesterday.
so he'll be able to brush that one off, I'm
arm.
sure. But it's never fun scoring own goals. And I mean, I'm speaking to the expert on that who should know, as Compact almost was up against Joreuz, but not quite able to WAP.
Yeah, thanks for that drive-by.
Yeah, didn't even give you a chance to respond.
You can see as Joreuz now keeping the ball in. Can they make it 3? Maybe one more, looking for the fake. Nobody home right now, as you can see. Oli just backing off. Quick reset from Compact into the quick shot. Oli had to be even quicker on his feet to make that save. Halfway gone, perfect start for NIP. You just see the pressure they do put on this defense. Here's another shot. Dayshift having to use the near post for support. Oli diving at the ball. Likewise, Compact. They've worked it out, but they're not keeping much offensive pressure right now, this WIP team.
Yeah, that's the main difference. When Ninjas in Pyjamas come forwards, they're able to keep the ball there for 2 or 3 decent shots, 2 or 3 decent chances, whereas WIP are threatening. They're making it seem like they have something in their locker, but the final pass isn't quite there, and if a shot is taken, it falls to a blue player. As you can see now, Nip come forwards. Oli there, recycles, keeps the pressure up. His pinch isn't the best, but is able to follow it up, get it maybe nearly to a teammate, or at least force a 50-50.
Feels like a very game one sort of game here from WIP from WIP. They look a little nervous, but there's a great chance. You can see Oli having to help out, find some support. CRR getting completely bumped off the line. Here he is on the backboard controlling it, but I just think we're seeing the experience in this game one from NIP. And look like a team that's been who done that. It's business as usual so far. As right now, it's a lot more panic stations. Oli, can he get the free shot? Drops it down. Dayshift with the save. Still awkward for WIP. They've worked it out, but still 2 goals down.
Yeah, WIP will want a goal in the next minute or so, I'm sure, even if they are to lose this game. Something to take into the second and build a little bit of confidence, because it's the series that very well could get away from them against a team like Ninjas in Pyjamas, who play with so much aggression and so much power and pace, and they're having shot after shot at the moment. CRR faking out Dayshift, showing him no respect, and Dayshift still on no boost as well. It's getting trickier and trickier for WIP to keep up this defensive stronghold.
Lovely ground pinch. Joreuz not quite reading that one, but this has been a lot of time in orange half. Feels like the whole game has just been defensive plays coming through from WIP. 30 seconds left. Pre-jump play, Sierra to the backboard, no follow-up. You can see Oli just chilling. He's kind of played that safer third-man role, as you know CRR is going to be crazy. One of the fastest players that his teammates have seen, according to them, at the kickoff goal. There's another shot. Surely this is a goal. CRR had to use the defense as a little backboard, but they do find their third.
Yeah, just spamming their shot statistics there on Ninjas in Pyjamas. Get as many as possible on target, and eventually something's going to break through. Nip do get their third goal. It's been comfortable in the end, more comfortable after the
I get
restart,
locked
so
in
it
whenever
seems to
I watch.
shake off with a bit more than it did Ninjas in Pyjamas.
I see what some viewers,
We're gonna have to talk things through over the next
me,
minute or so
when
once this game
they're
comes to an
watching,
end.
they get
Are there
locked in,
any positives
just
they'll take
from
forward this
watching.
first game?
I wouldn't say
You'd say
too
no.
many. No, I wouldn't say too many. The own goal was probably the highlight or the low light, depending on which way you want to look at it. But
We
certainly
probably
a
won't do
nervy
that
start.
again.
Nervy start, Cole, but not for Nip. The Ninjas in Pyjamas maybe Whip was saying they're putting the W in NIP, but not to be in game one. Very strong start from the favorites.
Yeah, it's interesting as well because looking at the stats, as we're going to do so in a second, they actually look fairly even between the two teams. Ninjas in Pajamas had 9 shots, but Whip had 6. I'm doing my very quick maths here. Saves-wise,
I was
were
also
forced to make
wrong.
6 saves, and Whip only made 7. That's not quite how I saw it on the pitch, so the statistics might have lied a little bit there.
Yeah, you were close on your quick math. 10 shots for Nip in the end.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it's
I was very
I feel
confident
they were
in
kinda
Whip,
clean
too.
Shots coming through from Whip. They weren't fantastic chances. I can't recall too many golden opportunities coming through. Whereas on the other side of things, Nip just showed the pressure, showed the aggression the whole time, and looked fantastic.
Wait a minute, where the fuck this dude come from?
Pressure on, but I mentioned it before. It felt very game one-y. And that's obviously cliche because it was game one, but I saw the nerves coming through for sure from Whip.
Yeah, I mean, the teams that they've beaten to be here, they had to get through a game 5 yesterday, which they won 6-0,
Oh,
I think. So they
shit.
have shown that they're able to stand
I'm just
up.
losing my
It does
mind.
matter, but it's always different now when you're on the mainstream, and it's a best of 7 as well. There's tactical timeouts involved. There will be a lot of aspects to this situation that these Whip players won't have experienced before, and they're going to have to ride that wave. They're going to have to enjoy it, and they're going to have to start playing their best Rocket League starting here on Forbidden Temple.
Mentioned it off the rip, best of 7 will suit an underdog team just to find their feet, and they haven't quite found it just yet, but perhaps on Forbidden Temple they can, or they can't at all because they've tripped
Damn.
over every single thing, the post, each other. It's a 3-man shamozzle 8 seconds in, and that is, yeah, that's disastrous.
I mean, it was Jorius just being there. Jorius was there, and all 3 Whip players went, and suddenly they conceded a goal because Oli was coming in. Like, oh yeah, fine, I'll have the opener. There we go. Here's Matt. Go on. Unlucky. Nice idea. I like that from WIP. Bouncing back of a pre-jump with something a little bit spicy. I don't like that as much though, CJ. If we're critiquing, less into this.
Yeah, I don't love just jumping on your own goal line with 0 boost, but he had to. I mean, what do you do here? He had to watch for the Oli shot. It was a fake instead, and CRR, you're just looking at momentum and pure force.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna go well for Whip.
Absolutely 0 in net. He was a sitting duck. 2-0.
I mean, if there's one player going to do that against it, is not CRR, because he will not back down from the fight, and he will not stop holding down his boost button until the end of time. He's not someone you can try and attempt to force to slow down, as we saw right there. But hey, more learning. More learning in the back there for Whip. I want to see a game. Give us a game, CJ. We can have a game here, can't we still?
Yeah, not just yet.
I highly suggest if you want to watch it, go to the actual RLCS stream and watch it.
We'll see. It's just looking like the cohesion's dropped off a little bit. Perhaps the restart didn't suit them. They were looking happy, but they're not playing happy right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was a shot that lacked confidence as well. Rolling the ball forwards rather than really connecting with it. You have to smash these shots when you're against Ninjas in Pajamas. It's always better. Jorius getting into his own goal and then only leaves the ball to Jorius to clear.
Oh, no.
Great defending there from Ninjas in Pajamas in the end. But again, half a chance for WIP. Only goes to the skies. CRR underneath will be chasing this one. He's got 28 boosts left, so plenty for a player of his mechanics to be able to maneuver something with the ball. But again, Whip, they do manage to come forwards. They had the ball halfway over the line there. Double that, and they're in business.
Yeah, that was definitely their best chance before on the goal line. Perhaps should have been a goal, just no one there to polish it off, to finish the shot, finish the attack. There's the pass play, Oli pre-jump. It's going to be a big trouble here. What a save from Matt.
What a fucking save.
Off the backboard and just kept it out of the bottom left. Thought it was going to get jammed in there. Instead, still 2-0. That's some nice defense. As you said, perhaps they are starting to learn here, Whip, as the series goes on.
Yeah, they will pick up Ninjas in Pajamas pace. They will figure it out for sure. And I expect them to improve as the series continues. And I think it's those key moments, you know, are they able to get the ball away? Not this time, Oli.
Damn.
We'll put this one into the back of the net. And Ninjas in Pajamas running a riot at the moment. It's good to see them playing with such freedom.
Yeah, but even that from Matt, I mean, he's just got to respect CRR. He's one of the best players going around, and he just expected him to whiff off the ball, not read the touch, I guess, but instead he pops it perfectly, finds a second, and it's pretty much 1v3 the entire team, 3-0. And I know they want to find their feet and play with a bit more confidence, but you still have to respect a team like Ninjas in Pajamas.
Yeah, the main thing that Whip need as soon as possible is a goal. An ugly goal, a bundled goal, an own goal from Ninjas in Pajamas, just something, because that round thing at the top of your screen.
It's not looking great for Whip, and I think my decision of who I thought was going to win, way fucking wrong. Also, thank you for the subscribe. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far.
Speaking of pinball, the 1, 2, 3 Ninjas in Pajamas catch reset from Joris, finds the bump. They're headbutting the post.
I love that
there.
fucking notification sound.
Has an yeah, he definitely needs some paracetamol after that. He's got a headache, and there's just serious trouble here from Ninjas in Pajamas. Sarah doing it as they please. Look at the confidence. Even Joris with 0 boost, they still have that end. As maybe they're giving them a chance on the other side. No, the fastest man in the world has cut that off, and they're back on the attack once again.
CRR's in. He's going to take a shot, but it's, well, matched by Compat this time. Joris.
Whip needs to fucking
from the backboard.
do something.
Here he goes into the center. Wants to get a second reset after a touch. Oh, and CRR, he's there for some reason. Love that. Absolutely love the pre-jump. CRR wants to flick it
Or
off.
they just need to get
Instead,
really
Compat to
lucky
the side
with
gets the save.
Nip
More
own
opportunities
goaling.
for Ninjas in Pajamas to score their 4th. They probably won't need it. They'll still be frustrated they've not taken it just yet. As Day Shift comes in against Jorias. Do we get a 50-50 that falls Whip's way?
They just need a goal to open the floodgates here, Whip. Well, maybe not the floodgates.
I was going to say, if the floodgates are opening, I would be astounded and happy.
Maybe just like
A drop of water.
Yeah, just to build on, because right now still there's been a clean sheet. Ninjas in Pajamas 3-0 as the
Another
ball's
good
pitched out the other end as
block by
Day Shift had a
Matt.
chance. He's not quite far enough up to get around it. Still off the corner.
I get really locked in whenever I
Really trying to
watch.
keep it close. Very awkward for Ninjas in Pajamas, but Matt has popped it over
So
his
if I don't
teammate.
give good enough
And he's
reactions,
going to come in.
I'm
30
sorry.
seconds left. It's going to be 2-0 in the series for Ninjas in Pajamas, and it's going to be 4-0 in the game as well.
Yeah.
More insults and more injury for
My decision was
Yeah, right
definitely.
now we're just seeing a team
way
that
off.
is a tier above, a level above. Perhaps 2
I
levels
want
above.
that. I want that goal
Next couple of
explosion. The
games,
Death
see if
Star
we can turn
exploding.
this around, but so far it has been a flawless game, a flawless series for NIP.
They need to bring that
We're
back.
talking as if, you know, this is easy for NIP. As Compat comes in and almost gets that first goal for WIP, but plenty of times we've seen a team like NIP come up against a team like Whip and on the day underperform, lose, you know, catch a team in a hot streak, let a team build themselves into a hot streak. And Ninjas in Pajamas are playing ruthlessly. Until Matt, it's the post! And then a Day Shift shot.
Damn!
As well. Are we going to get some 0-second dramatics just to get Whip on the scoreboard? Day Shift has the reset, gets the musty towards Matt. Zero gets the save, but who's coming in? It's Compact! Zero!
Ah, finally, but it's too late.
Open the floodgates!
Get him open!
Get down, baby! First goal of the series, and it
Last
is
second
game
goal, but
on
it's
now.
still
The
already too late.
momentum has vastly swung in the other direction. I don't care that it says winner.
Yeah, at
NIP,
least they scored. At least they got
because
a
Whip are
point.
Back in business.
I also saw
Which hopefully they can continue.
I thought, oh man, Nip are taking a timeout after conceding that goal. But no, it's WIP who are taking a timeout.
Welcome back,
An extra
Zizzo.
minute to talk things through and try and build on all that momentum.
Yeah, the refs called timeout, Whip, and Matt's responded yes. Just
Yeah,
to
I don't know
double
who he's
confirm.
talking to.
just to double confirm that they really do want the timeout, even though they scored the last goal of the game. And looking at the stats, I mean, they had 11 shots to 13. Yeah, it's another game, Cole, where the stats don't look too bad.
It's very weird. Rarely have I seen such a chasm between what the stats are saying and what we're actually seeing on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? I reckon this is D-Rex sort of hacking into the system and trying to make it a bit more interesting. But yeah, I mean, they've got themselves their goal, and now they have some time to discuss that. Are there obvious things that they can improve that will at least make this more competitive?
Yeah, then it's spread out a little bit, and I mentioned it before, just respecting them. When you're getting boost starved and boost is at a premium, you can't just be wasting it going up for half chances. You got to be really sure of yourself and making sure that when you are going, it's you know, the percentages are in your favor rather than just it just kind of feels like when they're in net, Cole, when they're defending, they're like, oh well, let's just see what happens. I'm just going to go up and then just well, obviously they're not going to win the touch because they're not quick enough to the ball. So I think they've got to really secure those corner boosts, secure their pads in defense, and just play with a bit more patience. When you have a team like Ninjas in Pajamas, they can overcommit. CRR is kind of insane. on the pitch. You know, I feel like he can do some crazy things, but they can as well give you some free goals down the other end if you're ready to strike when it happens.
Yeah, in all the best ways, CRR is insane. He's so aggressive, so attacking, and also so wild. He's not a player that you want on the pitch when you're holding on to a 1-0 lead against a good team with 25 seconds left. But that is not the way Ninjas in Pyjamas play their Rocket League. And as CJ says, WIP, they have a chance to maybe make the most of that. Maybe sit back and strike back. I understand why. You know, they're coming onto this mainstream. They want to show what they can do. They're trying not to be outpaced and out-aggressed, but maybe need to take it back down just half a step or two, ease into a game, make sure it's still 0-0 with a couple of minutes left or so.
Yeah, and it's all about kind of building up into your offense. As a lot of the times we see those shots coming through where, you know, we mentioned the scoreboard looking similar, but it's kind of they're throwing a shot on net, then they're having to get back into defense. They're not able to sustain the pressure because they haven't built the ball up together. They haven't found boosts. It's just one person going up, the other two scrambling back. So they really need to work as a team, work the ball up the field together, try and build some offense against this Ninjas team. But they have got their first goal on the board. So let's see if that timeout even, you know, pushes their momentum in their favor even further.
Well, another top 6 currently beckons for Ninjas in Pyjamas if they can get these last couple of games that they require from this opening series of the day. But Compact and WIP have had the better of Game 3 at the start. They're actually having some sustained pressure. 2 players happy to sit back, wait, take their moments, use their boost. Compact's coming in, wants to get the bump on it, gets the bump on it. Jurius gets a block for now. Day shift into the corner. Here comes Matt.
Yes!
Play that. It's 1-0 WIP.
Matt, just like that, and if he missed that, it would have been disaster. But perfect play.
Good work on the other two, keeping aggression on them and keeping them away, so that way he could score.
That's going to be the easiest goal Matt will ever score in his life, I reckon. An absolute dribbler. What a start! What a timeout.
Well, here he is on the side as well. I was wondering if he was hoping that Dayshift would get a ceiling pinch from that one, but instead, Dayshift in the end gets a floor pinch. Matt does it up with the ball, gets it to Compact, and that's 2.
There we go.
What is happening? And look, we might have been, you know, putting a little bit of mayo on that last goal to lose the game anyway in previous game, but momentum is a funny thing, and just seeing the ball, you know, as a player, Cole, seeing the ball go in the back of the net, sometimes you just need to see it. You need to visualize it, and it can turn the game around. It can turn the series on its head. So far, 2-0 lead, perfect start.
Well, Nip, suddenly all the questions are turned towards you. Oli's coming in, can't quite get this double tap. Jory is going to slam this ball home. Dayshift misses his touch, but Matt's backing him up. And look how deep the Ninjas in Pyjamas players have been forced in the first couple of games, and have had at least a second man there able to keep that one going. But now WIP have a bit of fight of their own. WIP have to be respected by Ninjas in Pyjamas, and Nip aren't quite as far forwards.
The chances that, yeah, as you mentioned, expect CRR to be downfield, and they're just finding it, little avenues out. Jory's having to back up. He's putting that thing in reverse. They could be in a bit of trouble here. Jory needs to get back off the goal line. He does make the save, but getting caught out of position is Nip. And I tell you what, if the floodgates aren't fully open, they're at least 80%. This WIP team is airborne right now.
They're going to keep on going as well. Jory, though, does have some pitch to himself, but can't get the touch. And the ball falls back into WIP control. Dayshift gets one demo, chases down CRR, goes for him, almost gets him, but makes it so difficult for CRR to make that defense. And that's time now, and it doesn't seem to me like WIP have upped the pace. You know, sometimes you see a player come out, or a team come out in absolute goblin mode, attack everything. That's not what they're doing. If anything, it's the opposite. It's more solid, it's more safe,
I'm still rooting for WIP on this.
Silly.
And the slower they play, they force the likes of a CRR who wants to play quick. You can't play quick.
I do believe they can turn this around.
Fake, sit there, not do anything. But, well, apparently you can. He's on the ball right now and nearly create a solo play of his own. But you can see reinforcements arriving. Dayshift, the only man with the 100 boost, has to come up huge. He went early, but the pre-flip completely saved him. I can see you breathing a sigh of relief as well. You saw how awkward that was for WIP. But they are coming up with the goods for now. Ninjas in Pyjamas still pushing, but the touch is being made when they need to be.
Yeah, I feel like that was Dayshift who could have stayed grounded just that split second longer on his own backboard. Instead, he jumped and made it pretty scary. But who am I to question it? Because it worked, and that is an awkward touch. Zero's coming in, must score, does score. Nip back in.
Yeah, and there's the overcommit. There's the patience that we wanted to see from them just go away for now. And it's just Matt has to back up, has to realize off that demo that it's not his time to go. I mean, he overcommits there. There's no one in there. Dayshift left a sitting duck. It was still a great shot, but that was the game 1 and game 2 WIP that we saw right there. It's just just biting off a little bit too much.
Compact doesn't quite land his flip reset, but Day Shift is going to come in. That's much better cutting from Day Shift and attack this time, as opposed to the defensive one that didn't quite work. Compact has to watch this one hit his backboard and be very weary where that ball's going to end up, but it's more decent defending there from Whip. CRR is up, Jory is beneath him, Ninjas in Pajamas. They've still got 100 seconds to play with, so not quite rushing just yet, but if Whip can survive the next 40 or so, then maybe Nip will get a little bit spooked.
Yeah, they've still got to defend here, and Whip have to hold their poise and just stay focused, stay locked in defense, because you know that Ninjas in Pajamas are going to be pushing forward. There's the shot.
Oh, it's awkward.
Compact. Somebody help him. It's Matt. Could have been 2-2, keeping it alive, but this is going to be a scary final 30 seconds or 70
it's
seconds.
Brilliant. It was brilliant from Dayshift with the demo on CRR as well. CRR was about to strike. Dayshift took him out of the game. Whip still survived. Dayshift looking for more bumps. They've certainly seen that it could be targeted individually. CRR, though, wants to get the angle. Can't quite do it. Dayshift again cuts in. This guy is really starting to pull the strings here for Whip. He is the player, it seems, that their fortunes rest on.
And he's had to go back corner for boost for now. Matt's going to force the pop over the top. Anybody here? The demo was huge. CRR, the danger man from Ninjas in Pajamas being removed. The bump lands as well, but Dayshift just knocks the ball to the side. They don't need to overcommit. They are up a goal. They probably need to remember that. If they do have a coach, somebody tell them. Please don't overcommit. Just relax. 30 seconds left. Time's running out for the Ninjas.
Only coming forward. He's got no boost, though, but he does fake out one of them. I think it was Matt. He goes flying, but the ball ends up falling towards Jorias. Whip so close to their first game in this best of 7. Some of their first best of 7s in the RLCS. Can they see it over the line with 10 left?
10 seconds. Jorias, does he get the last chance? No, Dayshift just has to keep the ball in. Everyone else has to just batten down the hatches. They pull the shot. Ollie's headbutted the post. It's absolute disaster for Ninjas, and they do get their first game in on the board. They were completely out of the series in the first two. The timeout enormous, and they're back.
Mate, Dayshift, the Flying Deutschman, is absolutely causing chaos this game. Chasing everything, cutting in everywhere. Awkward touches all round, but it worked incredibly well for his team. And we just get a slice of the WIP pie. You know, we get to see what they're all about for the first time this series.
It's tasty as well. This is much better than we saw. Maybe they were listening to us. They took offense to the fact we said they were a level or two below the Ninjas in Pajamas, because that game was way better. They looked calm. They looked confident. They were slowing the ball down. They weren't getting sucked into the pace that Ninjas wanted to play at, Cole, and they look like a completely different team.
So they can continue this march forwards, this huge improvements that they made in that last game. Ninjas in Pajamas, I mean, they're still in gear 2. Don't get us wrong, you know, we're not suddenly saying that Nip are living on the edge. It's a best of 7.
It's over.
Okay, wow. CJ's calling it. To who? Who's won? What, to Whip?
Oh, this is Whip. I'm on board. I'm liking what I'm seeing from them. This is fantastic. I think that they've locked in. They've just found a different... they've found 3 different players, I think, from the first 2 games. That's all I can say. Or the timeout was just ridiculously effective.
I mean, yeah, you asked if they've got a coach. If they do, give that man a raise. For sure. Well, okay. We've seen what Whip are all about. Let's see if Nip can swing the pendulum right back. CRR has an early chance for a shot and a goal. Oh, I didn't think it would go in.
I'm off them.
Not impressed.
They're back.
Not impressed.
This is game 1 and game 2 Whip all over again. Just no one watching there. Where is Matt going? He's front post. He's turned around with 0 boost, and he's ended up facing backwards. Someone give that guy a map. He's completely lost 11 seconds in, and they need another timeout. Can we get another one?
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Timeout after every single game. All Whip need is the extra minute to clear their nerves. I mean, Nip might be angry now. That is my worry. They're like, oh, that was going to be our perfect sweep. This is going to be our clean game. Now we want to score 7 against you.
Yeah, and this is where Whip can get a little jumpy. They still need to just hold their nerve. It's compact clearing to the side. Someone needs to just control this ball, take the speed out. Give their teammates time to get boost. Right now, George just keeping the ball in. You can see CRR just waiting. He just wants in. He loves attacking. They've gone again as Matt... you could see Matt thought about own goaling there. I know it was just me, but he definitely thought about it. Dayshift gets it across. Troy still keeping the ball in. 0 boost for everyone here, apart from Compact in net. In a lot of trouble.
Oh, they're both going up as well, and Joris dunks him. Compact's taking himself out the play completely. This is so much dominance right now from Ninjas in Pajamas. Probably the most dominant minute or so we've had from them. Because the orange team cannot get this ball out. Compact has to show his max just to be able to get the ball over the halfway line. So that's phase 1 done for Whip. They come straight back at them. Ninjas in Pajamas looking utterly dominant right now, CJ, and I cannot see how long Whip can hold out for.
Yeah, probably just about now.
Yeah,
I think it's over.
that'll be it. That'll be the one.
That was the perfect setup play coming through. Just so much time there for CRR to get to work. Caught it on the sidewall. Oli right there, and there's the finish. Joris could just sit at the back post waiting for the magic to unfold, and that is
Yes, I'm watching RLCS.
Tap in 2-0, 90 seconds gone.
Ooh,
Does feel like
okay,
the first
so
couple of
Whip
games
did
all
win
over
one.
again.
It does, but Whip can turn it around. Dayshift's already up. Compact has to get this ball to him. Dayshift is there, CRR. Big save, that was better there from the kickoff. Whip, we've tried a few kickoff strats. On almost paid off. Sort of play that they need, a set play or something a little bit special to get back into this game. And really make a foothold in this series. Maybe that was going to sneak its way in though. Matt up against Oli, and Oli just about managed to scuttle back home. It was scary for a second there though for Nip.
Yeah, we talk about their offense a lot, but that was a ridiculous save from CRR. When you're facing a guy pre-jumping that still has a flip, he's pretty much got the entire net to shoot from, and you just have to guess. He gets right, top, left. Was where they want it to go. As sideball scheme coming through, CRR doesn't make that one land, but this is where they want to play. They love just controlling the halfway line. You can see Oli as well, Joris following in, just filing in line and keeping this ball in the defensive half of the Whip.
That was almost an own goal.
Joris gonna finish it, but Compact booting the ball at his teammate. Watch this. Dayshift's there. Compact. Oh, maybe it wasn't. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought
they
that
did
was
win
going in
once.
before. I mean, it worked out as a perfect setup to Joris. Either way, 3-0 there.
Yeah, we need to ban Matt from that front. That just any post, he's just driven in there with 0-2.
chaos.
Bumped Compact with 100 and watched the ball fly into the net. It's just the synergy that we saw in the first game that was, the first 2 games, should I say, that was really lacking in defense. You've got to be clinical when you're defending against Ninjas in Pajamas because they're going to boost up you. You have to make the most of the pads that you do pick up.
Wow.
When you are wasting it like that, they can punish like just in transition, as we just saw.
Only touch there from Matt. Gets it into the far corner. Only up against Dayshift. Compact prods it past Joris, so Whip have a decent 15-second or so spell here. Compact can't do anything with this ball. It's so frustrating. You can't hit it backwards. Rocket League would be so much easier if you could, but sadly for Compact, you just can't.
Yeah, lovely touch from Oli. You can see Sarah cutting across, and Joris doing the smart thing, keeping it away from the incoming opponent. Keeping the ball in the possession of Ninjas in Pajamas. Oli just controlling it. So you can see still the boost being stolen. I'd love to see the stats here. Ninjas in Pajamas are just rotating as they please. That is a little awkward. You can see that still they're doing enough. Joris finds the clear, works it down the line. Dayshift resetting in his back corner is ambitious, but I do like seeing it. I wouldn't mind seeing more of it. Unfortunately, they're still 3-0 down.
I mean, Dayshift is my favorite German player already. I love the way he plays. You know, players that have got something a little bit different about them. Can he harness it and continue to improve is the question, but I'm a big fan of this debut, even though his team and him probably won't be too much the same based on how this one's gone so far. As Compact tees up Ninjas in Pajamas. I think it's just desperate touches right now from Whip, trying to get anything on the ball. I reckon this will be at least one more for Nip before the game is out.
I'll tell you what, they're making some insane saves. It's just a pity that they're 3 goals down. But the saves they're making as if they're 1 goal in the lead right now in the grand finals of a world championship. they're holding on for dear life, but still need to find a goal down the other end. This is honestly carbon copy of the first couple of games here. Ninjas in Pajamas just in so much control. They clearly didn't love the timeout, lost their way a bit, but this is about to be 4-0. What a shot coming through. What a save from Combat. This is what I'm
What a
talking about.
fucking save.
Ridiculous. It's just that they're, well, here's one more. Oh, no, not on target.
But yeah, don't take these guys to 1-0 up with 15 seconds left because you will be left frustrated. Thankfully for Nip, as they get on at their own goal, they've got themselves a decent buffer, so if they don't make it 4, credit to Whip. And it won't be too disappointing for Ninjas in Pajamas, who are both wrong. We thought there'd be a 4. There wasn't. It's 3-0 Nip, and in games, it's 3-1.
And now I'm worried. I might have cursed them by saying that I'm fully on the Whip bandwagon, but it was all Nip. That was not the Game 3 Whip we saw.
Yeah.
Perhaps just the first 2 goals of Game 3 just knocked NIP off kilter a little bit, just knocked them off balance, and they didn't.
Give me
find
some
their
gamer
feet.
subs.
I mean, you reset the level, you reset the pegging, the next
And
0-0.
give me a
And
shit
they
ton
are
of
back
gamer
in business.
subs.
I mean, in hindsight, you might have gone a bit big on the whip train.
And a lot of training. I'll play in that shit. I'll win. Fuck it. No, the fuck I won't.
You'll end up winning it out, and all of us will be wrong apart from you.
Didn't happen, can't change your prediction, but mentally I was on board the whip train. Unfortunately, the whip train has not left the station, which I thought it was. We're about to just, be one of those bullet trains. Unfortunately, we're just an old steam train. We haven't put any coal in it. It's not going anywhere at the moment.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere, CJ. Don't you worry. Cole is staying right here with you till the end of this series, no matter how many more games it is. And we're going to have 3 more games if Whip are to take this series. Nip, we'll be hoping to finish up here in this beautiful Parisian map that we'll see. A new map online in the rotation as well. So here we go. Welcome. Oh, look at that. It's Blackpool Tower.
Look, it's what?
Nothing. One for the Brits there. I said it's Blackpool Tower. I made a silly joke. Move on.
You are. Can we call a timeout in the caster booth as well? Or do we have subs? Do we have a substitute? Get this guy out of here. I'm sick of it.
I'll ask around.
I am absolutely sick of it. But no, the new map looks fantastic. Let's see if Whip love the new map and can extend this best of 7. We do see NIP move on to Champ Sunday. That's what's on the line. Top 6 is on the line. And, well, even though there's 5 spots now for Europe, it's still so crucial, those points, because there's about 12 teams, maybe more, Cole, that are vying for one of those spots.
Oh, yeah, there will be plenty. There always is in Europe. There is depth all the way
Fucking
down.
CRR is insane, though.
There's always unexpected teams that rock up and outperform them all, as we are here under the shadow, of course, of the Eiffel Tower. I think we'll be hoping to see their way through and really make a statement for the first major of the season.
Looks lovely. It is glistening. And yeah, I'd like, can we just explore the map? Oh, sorry, I'm getting just fully distracted with this map. It just looks fantastic. There's a nice shot on net though. Swip. Able to keep the ball out, but Compact completely throwing the ball away. This is where they need to just keep composed. They know that Ninjas in Pajamas are going to be aggressive. They're going to keep attacking with these extra passes. I don't know if you stopped that, though. That's a beautiful play.
Yeah, it seemed like it was coming. Joris, make sure he gets full power on that one. Sierra does the same. It's just hardball there from Nip until the final placed touch there from Joris. Made it as simple as you need from Oli, who wasn't going to make any mistake right there. I don't know what you mean about this map as well. We should have a major here, man. We should all travel to this place and just have beautiful Rocket League. What do you reckon?
We do. We are.
What?
Yeah. Are you
That's
not?
amazing.
Oh, you didn't get invited? Oh.
I hope I did.
Oh, no.
I really hope I did.
Wow, that is awkward, isn't it? When you think, yeah. Unlucky. Anyway, it's got to be fantastic. Paris looking beautiful. 90 seconds gone in, perhaps the final game. Certainly Ninjas in Pajamas want to hope for that, but Whip have shown glimpses. We saw a game of a glimpse, but right now we're not seeing much at all in Game 5. There's
Hello
a second
there,
goal.
Charlie.
Just easy
Welcome
to
to
like
the
off the
stream.
demo. Joris getting to work.
Hope your day is
Compact,
going
too
good.
slow.